Commander, I need a medic!
Walk it off! Need help here!
I'll get you back on your feet. Hey! I'll have you up in a jiffy. Ready for round 2, Commander?
Let's try this again.
Target down!
Commander, you're wounded.
Keep the pressure on him!
Hey, drop that, you son of a bitch! That's ours!
Holy shit!
Stay focused, gentlemen.
We got hostiles!
They're holed up there! It's got armor! Get him down!
Help! Commander, here they come! You're okay!
These things are armored! I can't take much more!
Back with us!
Lifting it! Scatter on that spot!
Deploying They've got armor!
Drop a scatter there!
Clear the area!
Damn things are armored!
Up and away!
We're getting closer! That's the last of them.
Nice one, boss!
We did it! Holy Christ, we did it!
Yeah. Come on, let's get moving before we have to do it again. Barnes, we got it. Whatever it is.
No, ticking sounds or hissing fuses though, right?
No.
Great. Setting down now.
Agent Carter, report to the engineering wing. William Carter to the engineering wing. Attention all personnel. We have received unconfirmed reports that the outsiders have made some Georgia a primary target. Damage is said to be near total. Updates will follow when we receive confirmation and reporting.
You're right.
Carter, join me. I don't like it when my agents go off the rails, Carter. Never ignore my orders again. You're lucky things turned out as well as they did with Dr. Weir's rescue. I'll overlook it this time. I understand the situation is getting to you.
Weaver tell you that? Or you just figured it out on your own?
I need to know I can trust you, Carter. I took a big risk including you in this operation, and I'm about to take another.
In case you forgot, I was the one who caught the infiltrator.
I'm well aware, and you're going to help us interrogate the captain. But we absolutely cannot afford another breach, especially not now. We can't afford to let any of our information become public.
I've been wanting to have a talk with that infiltrator.
There's a lot we can learn from him, but right now, there's one piece of info that could help us end the war.
What's that?
Where to strike.
Impressive. But can it win the war?
It can give us a fighting chance.
What do we know about the infiltrator?
We've been running a barrage of tests on it. Preliminary interrogation, medical checks. The boys in the lab even took a look at the devices implanted in him.
Find anything useful?
We don't even know his name, or if his kind even have names. But we have reason to believe he'll be more responsive now.
What happened? Lock him in solitary for a couple weeks?
You might be closer than you think. In a recent examination, our surgeons removed this from his head. We think it's some kind of communication device.
He was bugged?
We're not sure. Weir thinks it was his connection to Mosaic.
That's their communication network.
According to Dr. Weir, yes. Whatever it is, ever since we removed this thing, the infiltrator's been less aggressive, more morose.
Interesting. How do we know we can take them out in one strike?
Weir's been studying their transmissions, and he believes they're coming from a single source.
That's this mosaic thing they talk about?
Yes. The doctor says his measurements prove that it's some sort of central command, possibly even a single being. And if our tests are correct, it is indeed more than just some sort of radio network.
How so?
After studying the infiltrator's implants and physiology, we believe it connects directly to the minds of the outsiders.
So if we take out Mosaic's core, we shut down every outsider on this planet.
That's the idea. But we need to know more.
That's an impressive flying saucer you've built.
Actually, the Air Force was already toying with a prototype like this. Our German associate just made a few modifications, including everything we could steal from the outsiders.
How does it handle?
When it's finished, it'll be faster and more maneuverable than anything in the skies.
Can it get through those Venn gates of theirs?
That's what we need you to find out.
I'll see what I can get out of the infiltrator.
Good. We've got him in a containment center in the lab, built especially for him.
Got his own luxury suite, huh? That ought to soften him up.
Don't count on it.
How gentle do I need to be?
Just be careful. He's the only captive we have.
What sort of aliens built this thing? No aliens. No, I'm serious. They got him here, locked up for interrogation.
Here you're gonna have a word with you-know-who. Give him a shiner for me, will ya?
Infiltrator's right inside, Agent Carter. If you need anything, just ask.
I think I would like that, Mr. Falk. I think I would like that very much.
You are Dr. Heinrich Dressner, correct?
Yeah, Mr. Falk.
And do you understand why I am interviewing you today?
Officially or unofficially?
None of this will be in the final records of your immigration. Officially, our commitments at Yalta mean we must turn you away.
And yet, here we both are.
Yes, well, we can't risk losing a mind like yours to the Soviets, now can we?
Ha! You need not worry about that, sir. There is a reason I surrendered to your soldiers, or not to Stalin's.
What reason is that?
I do not like their cold winters.
Very funny. Regardless, we need to talk about your past affiliations.
What is there to say? What was done was terrible, wasteful, inhuman. I have regrets, but I had no part in that. No way to prevent it.
You could have left.
At the time, I did have a family to support. Also, I feared my once great nation would turn to the Communist Party.
So you supported the alternative.
Only at first. By the time I saw what they truly were, it was too late to escape. I'm a scientist, Mr. Falk. I understand physics, fluid dynamics, chemical reactions. But I cannot see the future. I cannot predict the horrors of my fellow man.
We can't offer you atonement, Doctor. But we can offer you a chance to use your skills to help people.
Officer, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir. They rescued me up from outside Louisville.
You've been brought up to speed?
Yes, sir. Prisoner is secure, mostly docile, and Falk has things in hand. I'd say it's going pretty well.
We could use more of that kind of optimism around here.
Really, sir? It seems like you've got things in hand here.
In the base, maybe. But most of these people haven't seen what it's like out in the field. Right now, they're still excited to be alive and kicking. But if it starts getting worse out there, well, they'll need someone who can keep a smile on their face. How's the infiltrator?
The containment room was designed to act as both a brig and a lab, so he's well contained. Not that he's been trying to get out.
You think he's planning something?
Can't say for sure. Any other prisoner, yeah, but since they removed that controller thing from his head, he's been a different man. Or I guess I should say, different creature.
How much do you trust Falk?
I trust him with my life, sir. After all, if it weren't for him and his teams, I'd still be out there.
You said you were rescued from outside Louisville?
Yes, sir. Fort Knox in particular. Agent De Silva and his team were recovering something from high-value storage, and I thought they were looters.
That could have gone poorly.
Not really. I don't know about you, but I ask questions before I start shooting. They were only too happy to bring me back, once they were certain I was human.
How exactly did they prove that?
Just like checking for Reds. Sing the Star Spangled Banner, ask what happened in the most recent episode of Captain Thunderclap, and so on and so on.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
I see you gave up on the disguise. Done playing dress-up?
This one can no longer hide. Those systems were corrupted by your scientists.
Yeah. Gloat all you want about your superior technology while we've got you tied to a chair with a rope.
You want revenge for your fellow warrior. Go ahead and take it. Nothing you do will stop the Zujari.
We're gonna pay a visit to your home, and you're gonna help us get there.
A counter-invasion. Ha! The more you resist Mosaic, the more you will bring death to your world. You think you have seen our strength? This is just an expeditionary force preparing the way for our armies. We will destroy you.
We'll see about that.
It's simple. You will join our empire or you will die. For us, there are no other choices.
Our whitecoats say there's been a change in your attitude ever since they yanked this device out of your head. I want to know what the hell it is.
It is many things. A shield, a beacon, our focus. It is Mosaic. Without it, we are... I am alone, unsure, impure of thought.
What exactly is Mosaic?
You would think of it as a broadcast, a network. Each of us are connected to it. It unites us.
It's how you receive your orders.
Our orders, our faith. Mosaic delivers truth, or perhaps what Origin decides is the truth.
Why don't you just do yourself a favor? Just talk straight to me, and tell me about this Origin. Maybe we can help you.
You are more civilized than would be expected for such divided creatures. It is not a weakness. Nothing is as I thought. Nothing is as Origin told us.
Listen, I'm fighting for the survival of my entire race here. Give me something to work with, or you'll find out what I'm willing to do for my world.
You have already seen what we are willing to do for our own dying world. What Origin has forced us to do for our world. Forced me to do to other worlds.
You don't have to let Origin control you. Tell us how to stop him and you can be free. We can destroy Mosaic. You can all be free.
Yes, but Mosaic cannot be destroyed. Mosaic is not a single place, not a solid thing. And soon it will consume your people as it has so many. As it did mine.
Fine. Tell him where we are.
This is a foolish decision. Mosaic will know our location immediately. Origin will see that you all die.
They'll come finish off XCOM, you'll return a hero. Go on. Join the inevitable.
No, I cannot go back. Not anymore.
Then help us fight it. If we win, we can find a way to help the rest of your people.
Very well, William Carter. You win. To survive the crossing, you will need an instrument that can recalibrate quantum structures.
Dr. Weir should be able to make sense of that.
I hope for your sake he does. But such a device can be acquired only from one of our ships, which can be found at one of our docking stations near a Ven gate. It would not be possible to replicate it with human technology.
Thank you. We won't forget your help.
Nice work in there, Carter. I bet the director will want to tell you that himself.
Was he watching?
You even have to ask that question? He's waiting for you in Ops.
Sir, we demand to have access to the Outsider. We have vital questions that demand answers.
I don't know what you said to him, but that alien thing's been making nice since your little visit. You must have scared the bejesus out of him.
Box says our own technology won't cut it.
Carter, good work in there. I'm honestly surprised you kept your cool.
That wasn't my first interrogation.
It shows. Having a defector on our side could make a big difference.
And who knows? Someday, they might be great allies.
Let's just focus on making it through this war. Now, I've been discussing the information you extracted with Dr. Weir.
Any clue where we can find one of those interdimensional things?
The doctor calls it a phase plotter. And we know there's an outsider docking tower near a town called Vida Buena in New Mexico. De Silva's team reported it when they were investigating sleepwalkers in the area.
Sounds like I should talk to De Silva.
That could be difficult. De Silva's team attempted to infiltrate the structure. The last report from them was 2 days ago.
What the hell, Falk? De Silva goes missing and you're just telling me now?
Calm down, Carter. We have reason to believe that he's still alive, but he's deep in enemy territory and unable to broadcast. Link up with him and his team. Then you will all escort Dr. Weir through the command tower and secure the phase plotter.
Why are we putting the doctor back in danger?
Weir is the only one who understands how the enemy gates work. He's the only one with any insight into how their systems might operate.
And no time to train a field specialist, right?
Precisely. Keep Dr. Weir safe. He's far too valuable to lose.
What was De Silva doing up there anyway?
He was assigned to gather intel on the Outsider's gates for Dr. Weir's benefit.
And now we're going there to get one of these gadgets. What aren't you telling me about this place?
Vida Buena is an Outsider transport hub. Ships coming and going from one of those gates, 24 hours a day.
So the best chance we have of getting a phase plotter
is a place swarming with enemies. Yes.
You think we can trust the Outsider?
He seemed pretty shaken up. If we learned anything from your encounter with this Lawrence, it's that the real problem is their Mosaic.
You think they'll all just switch off when we take out Mosaic?
I wouldn't bet on it. But as it seems to be their communications network, destroying it would give us a serious edge.
Can't ask for much more than that. All right, that's all I need.
I'll have Senior Ops inform Dr. Weir that you're ready to go. And Carter.
Yes, sir?
Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.